Hey everyone, Mary Helen Benaken here, and we are doing Inside the World of Real Estate. And today we have Adriana Fraire from the Dallas Fort Worth area of Texas. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm good. I hope you're doing
Good. So
How are you?
I'm doing great. We're gonna dig into what is your background, your family, your schooling, growing up. Let's dig into that.
Yeah, so I was born and raised in Mexico. I was 14 when I moved here to the States.
What part of Mexico?
Central Mexico, it's called Zacatecas. And
Okay.
if you've been to New Mexico,
Uh-huh.
it reminds me of home. Yeah, the
Nice.
altitude, the mountains, the weather. Yeah, it's very similar.
Fantastic.
I have a lot of siblings. There's 9 of us. 9 children.
Wow. What number are you?
There's 3 older than me.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the rest are younger. There's 6 girls, and it's always a lot of happening in my family.
Lots of fun, right? Yeah, lots of partying and family stuff going on.
There's always something to celebrate. Like today is my sister's birthday, and so there's literally always something happening.
Well, people from Mexico love to celebrate. So my husband has a company there, and so I'm very familiar in Guadalajara. So we have been there a lot of times, and they just love to. The Mexican people just love to celebrate. They celebrate anything. So I really love that. So that's perfect.
Yeah, and so then also I'm married. I got married when I was 19. Almost 20, and I've been married for 25 years. And I just gave away my age.
That's okay. We don't need to know that. Well, all right, we'll add it in and stuff. Do you have any children?
I do. I have a 19-year-old girl and a 16-year-old boy. So I have the best of both worlds.
So when you moved here from Mexico, were you in Dallas, same area?
Fort Worth. Okay. Yeah. And so we go back and forth a lot to the Dallas area and Fort Worth and the surrounding areas. It's there's a lot of mid cities, and so we've always kind of been all around everywhere.
Fantastic. So you obviously speak Spanish. Is that your first language, and then English? Okay.
I'm still learning English, however many years later.
Isn't that interesting? Okay. So what made you get into real estate?
My husband. He's an investor. Yeah.
Okay.
He's an investor. Yeah. So that's how I got into real estate. He has been doing it since before the market crashed in 2008.
Okay.
And, so he became an investor many, many years ago. And he's been doing it full time since he started. And he would tell me, like, hey, Adriana, get your license. I love what I did before. I was a hairdresser.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was a hairstylist. And I did that since, for like 27 years.
Wow. Okay.
I did it for a long time. And so I was happy where I was at. I loved, you know how you connect with your stylist? Like you talk about the kids, you talk about your vacation, and then you talk about, like, they become your friends. And so I was very close to my clients and had no desire of changing my career. And then I got licensed because he went and he registered me.
Oh, that's funny.
He did.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. You know what he didn't share is what the commissions were.
Okay.
He never told me, like, I could make way more money than what I was doing before.
Wow. So he registered to get your license. You got your license. You've been working in real estate. That's a pretty interesting story. And you're like the second person that I've talked to recently that was a hairdresser. Isn't that crazy? Before real estate. And so you are just a connector, because when you're doing hair, you're just connecting to people. So that's really a good segue into real estate.
And it's very genuine, really. Like, I love taking care of my clients. I love like making them happy, just connecting with them. And I I did get licensed. I jumped into real estate like, right away. I
Hmm.
joined Keller Williams. I've always been with Keller Williams. I've not ever been anywhere else. I got licensed in 2018. And so
Okay.
I did real estate, a dual career for 2 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
If you do the math, 2020. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I was forced into,
Retirement from
yeah,
the salon,
yeah, yeah.
which was not a bad thing because the market was pretty hot in 2020, right?
I know. Yeah, it was kind of, it just, I kept like asking God, like, do I jump? Do I say? Because from the beginning, I was very successful. Like I capped my first year as a dual career.
Nice.
I had a successful business going. I didn't know it at the time, but I was successful from the beginning, and I was juggling like the two jobs that I had, and the family, the kids, and all of that.
Well,
And
really, three jobs that you had.
yeah, true.
Well, maybe four because the kids are one and then the husband's another
Yes,
one. So
yes,
there you go.
yes,
Yeah.
correct. And I was forced into doing real estate full time, and honestly, I was having like the hardest time letting go. It was like my security blanket. Like, I, and that I miss that a lot. The how's your family? Because
Right.
I do make it all about my clients, right now, like what they
Mhm.
want, and I don't know that any of them know, even if I have children, because it's all about them.
Right. It's true. And real estate is a little different.
Yeah,
When you come and get your hair done, it's like you know their whole life, right? Because you're seeing them every, 6 weeks or whatever.
mhm,
And in real estate, it's really all about them. Like they
yeah.
don't really ask a lot about you. So yeah, so I can understand that. So let me ask you a question. So do you deal a lot with investors because of the background from your husband?
Um, I do have some investors that I work with. Honestly, he's the one that keeps me the busiest. And then I also have, like, if there's a good deal, then we jump on it. I hardly ever pass them along. And I've also started investing. I have my own investments already. And
Nice.
so, like yesterday, I spent a lot of time doing like research on one particular house that it's going to go into foreclosure. That's actually how he got started doing foreclosures
Okay.
back
And
when.
yes.
So that's how he started getting houses at the courthouse steps. And to answer your question, I hardly pass on deals. And if they're not a good match, then I pass them on to other investors.
Nice.
But I have
That's
my own investment.
There you go. I have mine too. My husband has his own. So
I love that.
we're
Oh,
like you and your husband. So that's good. We have a lot in common in that
I love
aspect.
that. Yeah.
And then with investments, what's your strategy? Do you buy those? Are you a foreclosure girl where you pick those up, flip them, or are you just looking for something? What are you looking for?
Long term. So
Long term.
his
Me too.
investments, he flips, buys and sells. I'm a buy and hold type
Me
of.
too. Look at that. We're very similar.
Yeah. It just, for me, the type of investments that I'm making. Okay, let me go back a little. So his are like flips, and
Yes.
he has, done his own. Like, we've never outsourced. He's always done either cash, and he's always done the cash. Like, we've never had a bank for him. Me, I have three that I got with the bank, and then I have others that I've assumed the loan,
Nice.
and then I have others that the sellers are financing it,
Nice.
and then I have the one that I wanted to get, not wanted, that I have my eyes on. It would also be an assumable loan of a 3.2 interest rate. So for me, that's like, it's going to pay itself.
That's
So buy
right.
and hold long term.
Yeah. So that's
Mhm.
do you keep your properties a certain amount of time or do you have a strategy on that or you just feel like when it's time, it's time?
I don't have any plans of selling. I
Just
have
keeping them all in your
keeping
portfolio?
them. Yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
have 9 under my name right now,
Nice.
and so it's always like, God, give me a sign so I won't get this house. I actually closed one two Friday, 2 Fridays ago.
Uh-huh.
I closed on one that I did get it with the bank, and it's always a good chunk of money because it's 20%. And then I'm
Right.
like, I need a cushion, you know?
Right. Right. Yeah. No, yeah, you need that cushion, and then yeah, you definitely
Because
need
I
that.
also have to repair it. Like there's gonna be like I have big plans for that. And my husband is a visionary. He's like, you can turn it into like 3 units, and then one is gonna pay for the rent, and the other two are gonna like make you money.
Cash
And
flow,
so,
right?
and
Now, do
then
you manage all these properties too, or do you have a management company?
we don't have a management company. We
So
manage.
you manage them all.
And for the one that I ran into yesterday, then I go into like, okay, then for I have enough, I have enough money to like put in, make the investment. And then I just get so wrapped up in it. It's almost
It's exciting, right? That's why you got into real estate. This is
yeah,
exciting. Now you're building your wealth and you're building your legacy for your
yeah,
family, which is awesome. That's
yeah,
fantastic. All
yeah.
right, so let's just dig into the areas that you kind of take care of, like Dallas to Fort Worth and some cities in between. How about that?
Yeah, there's a lot happening in real estate here. I do service the entire metroplex.
Okay.
Unlike any other cities, you can move back and forth pretty easily. Like I know California, to go like 15 miles, it takes you like a good hour.
Yeah.
Here, for me to go like 40 miles, I mean, I'm like easily less than an hour.
Nice. Okay.
And so I service the entire metroplex. Like I have, and then I have a team.
Okay. How many
And
people
so
on your team?
I just have a buyer's agent, but I have two assistants. And
Nice.
so then my daughter is gonna join.
Nice.
Yeah, and so she is only 19, and so she is gonna be my other buyer's agent. And so we that allows us to kind of spread out a little more.
Sure.
And so we do serve the east, which would be Dallas, and then the west would be Fort Worth, and we have it all. Like if you want 2 acres, then we can focus in an area that's outside of like the city limits and
Yes.
extend a little. And so a lot of people do want that, like 5-10 acres, and then there's the people that want to be in an area where there's an HOA, and
Right.
it's a pretty nice community. And we have a lot of projects that are happening all over. There's going to be Universal Studios
Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's awesome.
in the Frisco area. That's where the Dallas Cowboys headquarters are. So that area has like exploded.
Nice.
Gonna
So what kind of what's the average home price, and what type of properties you touched a little bit, but what type of properties do you like to work with?
I do it all. I do like we've done luxury. We have represented clients that are like in over 1 million. Then I
Nice.
also have the clients that have they just want to buy their first home in the 300,000 range. And then we have like, so we don't say no to business,
Of
and
course, and most of your business is referral, just like all of us. Our business is referrals. So you deal with really a starting point, if somebody didn't know pricing in your area, would be around 300, is what you
yeah,
were saying.
that would be okay. In Fort Worth, it would be in the Fort Worth area. It's in the like 350s range. If you
Uh-huh.
move to closer to Dallas, then you're looking in the 400 range. And if you are in Dallas, it's in the mid like 550, 600. If
Okay.
you want an area that you want your family to visit in,
Sure.
in the
So what's like the biggest draw to your city from people relocating? Like what industries are they coming from, or who's relocating to your area?
So we will have and okay, so Frisco, like I was saying, the Dallas headquarters, then the Universal, and then you have in the Samsung um, headquarters are going to move here to the Metroplex. And
Okay.
you have like a Tiger Woods golf course closer to the east, to the west part of the Fort Worth and Alito and all of those things. And so we kind of have a lot happening basically throughout. You have really amazing universities in Fort Worth. There is TCU, and it's one of the top universities here in the Metroplex. And we have a lot of really, really good universities, one of the top also for to get your to become lawyers. And so we have very, very good schools here also, colleges.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So what are the biggest challenge when when people are moving to your area or your city? What's their biggest challenge?
The weather.
The weather. Okay, so let's talk about the weather in Texas.
The weather is just hot. It's like spring is beautiful. We do get 4 seasons. Okay, just we do get the 4 seasons.
Okay.
The winters are mild. Like we had a pretty decent winter. It was in the 40s. Then it dropped to like 10 one day. But then the summer, like you are like over 100. Like
okay.
for like 100 days. Like we will break records every year of like 100 days, over 100. And of course, the way that I describe it, Mary Ellen, is in the midsummer. I don't know if you're a baker.
Uh-huh.
When you're baking, that you open the oven to get your turkey out.
That's the heat coming to you.
It's like it just hits you on the face, and you're like, "My God, it's hot!" Like so.
Let me ask you this question about that. So why does everyone wear like hats and cowboy boots and everything else when it's so hot?
I know, right? It
must be used to it.
Yeah. So it will also depend where you are. If you are in Fort Worth, you have the Western wear, and there's a place where you can actually go and see the cattle drive, and everyone's wearing like the boots and the hats and all that. But everything gets smaller. Like as the summer progresses for us, the
shirts get taken off.
Yeah, the boots stay the same, but I mean it's just part of what we have here. And like you and I have met before, but I don't know that you would take me as a cowgirl because of where I'm from.
Right.
But I have like the 9 yards, from like the hats, the everything, the boots. So it's a lifestyle.
Really is. I mean, it really is. It's like you think of Texas, and what do most people think of Texas? They think of the heat, and they think of cowboy boots and cowboy and hats. You're like, oh, okay, well, that's what. So I guess it's really like that.
It is, and we, it's not a custom, but it is a way of life, and we have it all. We have the hats, we have it all. I mean, the jeans, all of that, and the nightlife in Fort Worth. If you want to experience like a true Western city, like it's just so cool.
Yeah, I mean, I love Dallas. Dallas is really a cool place to go to. Like you said, you got people of all walks of life and stuff, and I just really kind of enjoy that. So the industries that you kind of talked a little bit about, the industries and the economy of people that are moving to the area, and that's really, you've got some big companies in technology moving, you've got some sports, you've got some entertainment, Universal. Anything else that people are moving here for? What industries really kind of thrive? I would say farmers probably thrive the economy, because they're wearing, or people that own let's see, cowboy hats and cowboy boots stores.
No, it's a very kind of tight. You don't see it throughout. It's just specific areas. But I think we've always had a very stable economy from the beginning. From like, not the beginning, but like if you go back in like 2008 and the time when the market crashed, like it didn't crash here. Like it crashed everywhere else, but not here. Like I think if investors kept the economy somewhat stable, and the economy here in Texas it's just stable. I mean, whatever they're doing here, I mean, it has really worked. And honestly, like I'm also 2.5 hours away from Austin. And Austin City, like the life in Austin, it's just like
Mhm.
also so much fun. So we have a lot of proximity to other places, and the DFW airport, you're like 3 hours away to everything, like to Cancun. Then you're like
Right.
3 hours away to Florida, and then you're like 3 hours away to like Las Vegas.
Right. So
So the
you're
proximity,
definitely like centrally located where you can go places, and it's pretty short. It's not like you're not going to be on a plane for 7 hours or
no.
something.
And I think that's a big draw for people that move here to this area. It's an international airport. And so I know for a fact that when we're looking, people are like, I want to be close to the airport. I don't want to be far. And I'm like, I got you. Like,
Got you. I got you covered. I need to be in what, Plano, right? Plano's really close to the
yeah,
airport.
super close.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay. I
Yeah.
know that. All right. So tell me about some of like the outdoor activities or hobbies that people enjoy in your city.
Okay. No, it's hot.
No, only in
No, it's
in
hot.
the fall and the winter, but in the summer, no,
No,
it's
I'm
too
kidding.
hot. So air conditioned places is what you're saying.
Yes, yeah. So we really have it all. So my husband and I do like bike riding, and we'll just
Okay.
get up honestly like at 4:30 in the morning, and we'll do like long rides. And so the outdoor here is like super friendly. You have that. You can go fishing. There's a lot of people that want to be near the lakes. So there's plenty of places where you can go fishing and spend like a weekend at a cabin. Like we have a little. Place about 45 minutes, and we are by the river, and we spend the weekends there. And so we do a lot of outdoorsy stuff, like I said, fishing. There's a lot of things happening, like marathons and all of that stuff. So, and if you're like a homebody or indoors, there's like places where you can go and what is that, skydiving.
Oh,
And
cool. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
That's cool.
so
Kind of cool.
and we have a lot of Fort Worth is known for one of the best, have some of the best museums here in the
Okay.
area, like world known museums. So a little bit of story. Fort Worth has oil. The source is like oil business. Although
Yes.
we're like 5 hours away from like Midland and those places, but the oil and is big here in my area. And so you have a lot of people with a lot of money that have invested in the area.
Mhm.
And so you
Sure.
have like the best forward zoo. Like zoo, the zoo here is like known. It has received a lot of like prizes for being one of the best uh, zoo. And then the museums are also like world renowned. And so we have that if you want to be more indoorsy.
Yeah, and if you want to be indoors, you stay like it's like here in Atlanta, you're either like you said, get up really early and exercise, and then by the time and we have the humidity here too, so it's like you're either in the air conditioning or in the pool. There's no in between, right?
Yeah,
And
we're
it's
not
like
out in the middle of the day. We're not. We're working. We're like making things happen.
yes, when you're working, you have to wear skirts and stuff because it's just too hot. You can't wear pants, you know what I mean? Like because you just get too hot. Like walking new construction homes in the heat, oh, not fun, right? So you have to dress accordingly so that you kind of keep yourself cool. So like in the summertime, I wear a lot of skirts and tops or little dresses just to keep myself cool because it just gets so hot here.
Yeah.
So,
Say yeah, yeah. I'm like, let's go either early in the day or later because it does get hot.
all
Yeah.
right, so tell me about food in Dallas. Tell me about what people like to eat. What's the vibe? What's going on with the food scene
Okay.
in
So we have like obviously like really good steaks. So
really good steaks?
really good. So we have a lot of really nice, very, very nice steak houses. Then we have obviously really good Mexican food.
Yes.
And I can attest to that. Like it's really, really good. And
Well,
so
and that's great for coming from somebody who's from Mexico because
uh-huh.
that's the thing. Like, when you eat, like my husband, like I told you, we have a company in Mexico, so he would spend a lot of time in Mexico and eat the food there. So it's really hard to find really good Mexican restaurants where we are. But I know in Texas there's a ton of them, so that's good.
Yes, yeah, we have a lot of choices. And then we have a lot of like fusion restaurants, people that are like, mixing like Asian and Mexican. And so
Okay.
we like that's like also really fun to try. And let me think. Honestly, we don't eat out a lot. We try to just keep it to the minimum, not because we're trying to be healthier. But and then we also have
Right.
those options, of like being more healthy. There's a lot of restaurants where they are more conscious about how things are cooked. So we're kind of boring now.
We're kind of boring. I love it.
I
But
know.
boring is a good thing. Boring is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's like just being a homebody and stuff. All right. So traffic, okay, and getting around. I think you touched on it a little bit that it's not terribly bad. I mean, probably commuting into Dallas might be during rush hour might be. So give us a little bit about traffic in the
Yeah,
area.
Dallas has really become a little. One second, my daughter's calling. Dallas has really become. It's more challenging.
Yes.
When I'm showing houses over there, I just make sure that I time it to where it's not like early in the morning, that it's like kind of like 12, 1, and then like 4, 5, 6, 7. Like we don't want to be on the road like at all.
No.
It's just so like traffic is just like unbearable, and I'm not the most fun person, if I'm stuck in traffic. And so
You're not the fun person. You mean
avoid
you're like throwing your hat out the door and your boots at people and stuff and yelling at them? Yeah, I get that.
yeah. So and then honestly, if someone wants to avoid traffic, there's cities that are still very, very traffic friendly, and so we can still avoid it. But Dallas, no matter what time of the day is, we actually I sell there often, and then my kids also, like, we take them to concerts. I'm kind of a helicopter mom still. My daughter's 19, but I don't want her out super early, super late. Like
Yeah.
at night, and just not. I don't want them. So we go to Dallas often, and so
Right. So there's a lot of concerts and music, and I mean, you're going to get all the arts in the city. Now, is there any kind of like transportation, trains and stuff, and buses, or is it really mostly car traffic?
We have we have a train that takes you to the airport. We
Okay.
have a train that takes you to the American Airlines. That's where the basketball. What's his name that owns the basketball team?
Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban. Yeah. So it can take us straight to the downtown area. Yeah. So it takes us to the airport. A lot of people do commute from the mid cities to Dallas
Right.
for work.
So if you like sports, there's tons of sports teams in Dallas. You've got, you've got lots of sports teams. So
Good
you find
teams
that
too, though. Like, well, the Cowboys are okay, but the Texas Rangers, the Texas Rangers, did win the championship, and that is actually my preferred sport to watch. My dad
okay.
is a big baseball fan, and so
Okay.
we do go to the Texas Rangers games often.
Nice. So, I mean, it's like, it's a city, but you can be in the suburbs. So you have a vibe of city or suburbs. It just depends on where you live, right?
Yeah, we really have it all. We have, the sports, the country life. If you want horses, so yeah.
So how many acres do you have to have in Texas to have horses?
One
acre?
You only have one horse.
One acre,
One
horse.
acre, one horse.
Okay. If you want more horses, how many acres do you need?
You need one
Oh,
acre.
so it's 1 for 1. So if you're like
Right now, but then 5, you have a little bit more.
okay, interesting. Because like where I live, it's also the horse country too, and you have to have 2 acres in order to have horses. But you can have multiple horses, not just 2 on 2 acres.
Yes,
So
and
that's interesting. Okay.
yeah, and then you can have other animals. No pigs.
No pigs. Okay. Got it. So do you see a lot of farms? So explain kind of do you have like cattle farms and horse farms, or what kind of farms do you kind of have out there?
Yeah, we have cattle farms, and we also have people that just have horses, but more for like not professional riding or anything. Actually, live really close to. My gosh, I'm not gonna say it right. I was gonna say equestrian.
Equestrian. There
Yes,
you go.
that. So I live on the little the outskirts outside of Fort
Mhm.
Worth, and so I have two on each side. For so I
Nice.
those they do training, and then they in-house, like if you want to take your horse there, they take care of them there, and so we also have that option.
Nice.
Yeah,
So what are some of the favorite things that you do outside of real estate? You talked about biking. Okay.
yeah. My husband, my husband, he likes to be active, and so I do it willingly.
You get up at 4:30 in the morning and go biking with your husband.
Yeah, yeah,
I
but
like
we do like 20 something miles, and then if he's not with me, he'll do like 40. But then we have to cut it short if I'm joining, the crew. And then I like running, and then we love to travel. See how the like. I don't enjoy exercising and eating healthy, but it is what it is. I mean, I had to make conscious decisions on my life.
Yes. So tell me, like, what have been some of your favorite places you've traveled in the world, and or what's on your bucket list? I'd love to hear that.
My daughter and I went to France 2 years ago, and
Nice.
that was amazing. And then my husband and I went to Italy, and we were like, "Oh my gosh, we need to come back." That was like 24 years ago, and we have not gone back. So I think that's the one place that I would like to go back.
All right.
I'm dying to go to Machu Picchu.
Yes, it's amazing, incredible,
Yeah,
life-changing, amazing.
say that because then it makes me sad if I don't go this year. They're gonna close it. They're gonna close it to tourists.
Oh,
Yeah. So
you need to, what you need to do is, so you got some income coming in from your investment properties, right?
I know.
Take a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Go to Machu Picchu, like, because it really is an
Yeah.
amazing place to do. So
Yes.
so you better go do that.
I know. I'm gonna be super sad if they close it and I don't go. But there's other circumstances that could prevent me.
Right. Of course.
We won't get into that right now. And then Mexico, and not because I'm biased. Mexico, I think everyone loves it. The culture, there's so much. The history, like we have the pyramids, we have the beautiful beaches, and then we have the food, and so Mexico, obviously, we have it all, like mountains, and and so that's kind of how I grew up. I didn't know what a summer was like it is here in Texas until I moved here, because yeah. And so so I think I did answer your question. Machu Picchu, and that would be the place that it's on my bucket list.
Excellent. I love that. How did you meet your husband?
At a wedding reception.
Okay.
Long story short, back then, you used to like ask people to dance. People, like, they would come to be like, "Would you like to dance?" And I had been making fun of the guy. I had been making fun of him, how he danced.
That's funny.
Yeah. So me and my friend were like, "Oh my God, is he serious? Like, he thinks he's all that." And so before I knew it, he was like in front of me asking me to dance, and I told him no. I said, "No, thank you." And he didn't move, and he stayed there with his hand out, and I was like, "Okay, I'll go." And so I didn't want to say no a third time, because I did. I was like, "No." And then you'll meet him one day. We did end up dancing, and he's so funny, Mary Ellen. Like, I am very quiet. We're black and white, the yin and the yang.
It's so interesting. Everybody I talk to, and they would talk about their husbands or whatever, and they're like, "We're so different, but yet we get along so well, and we love each other so much, and we respect each other."
Yes. And so, like, we're so different, and so we have been together since I was 16.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
Like,
what an amazing story.
Yeah. And so
And you met here, right, in the
we
States,
met
right?
here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you moved over
exactly.
here when you were what, 14?
14. But
Yes.
2 years later, I met him. I was 16. And he was
Does he come from a really big family like you?
very small. He only has, well, not very small. He has two brothers and one sister. But
Okay.
he used to play in a band, and he was like a heart rob. And so, and my parents were super strict. Not a heart rob, like he was just popular. And so, and I was like introverted. I was raised in a Catholic home. You
Yes.
don't go nowhere. You ask for permission, and no is no. And so, and he came like two different worlds, Mary Ellen, like
Yeah.
two entirely different worlds.
Right.
And he really, it was hard for him to get used to the restrictions, the no's, the like. We dated for like 4 years before we got married. He never came in the house. Like my parents were like, he's not coming in the house. Like they were so overprotective. They were like that Mexican culture that you see in TV. Like I lived it. Like my
You live
parents
that.
were super
Yes.
strict, and yeah. So it cost him a lot, to like a lot of time, to kind of like
Win you over and win your family over. I mean, so that's a great story how he won you over and your family, right?
yeah, it was hard, but we were talking to someone the other day, and they were saying when you go one set, then you want it right now, but when your soul wants it, then you try again, and then you try again, and then you try again. And I was like, your soul wanted me.
He's so
our souls
persistent.
were meant to be together.
Yes, so persistent. I love that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question here. What has been your most rewarding real estate transaction and why?
Let me think. Everyone around me, I'm always helping people buy and sell, but helping my younger sisters and their spouses, um, it just felt different. It is
It
just
does. It's rewarding. It's like
yeah,
they're your baby sis. That's like amazing. I
yeah,
mean, you have such a big family and you're able to help them
hmm yeah,
get what they want, and then the satisfaction is
hmm
hopefully they're close to where you live too.
oh, yeah, yeah. Everything is close here. I mean, even if it's a 40-minute drive, it's not a big deal because you're like spinning through.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it flows pretty good here. But yeah, helping my family and just one of the houses that I have, I invested with my brother, and
Oh,
so
that's
that's the
nice.
one that we have by the river. We have 3 acres, and so doing that together, I think it helped us to kind of rely on each other, but also trust each other and work closer. So that's.
Yeah, I love that.
Mhm.
Well, I was going to say, what else? Is there anything you want to add to tell our viewers about you? I just feel like you are that homey, helpy person. Like you love to help people. You like your business comes from your heart, and and you're a really good listener. I mean, you have to be
Yeah,
a hairdresser. You listen to people till they were so you listen and you problem shoot all their problems. So in real estate, I feel like that is such a great trait that coming from your background of being a hairdresser
yeah.
to
So I
this.
think the one thing also, I was always a server at church. I sang at church for many, many, many years, and so that servant heart, that like I'm here to help
Sure.
people, and they come first. That really has helped me to be real and not be about me. And what I want is more of a service, and I do see it as a service to my community. And then I'm also trying to do the same for Hispanic realtors. We are um, in the Metroplex. There's two other agents that we are doing like masterminds for Hispanic agents here in the area. And I got asked the other day because I was inviting an agent from another brokerage, and she's like, "You don't make any money. Why are you doing this? Why are you wasting your time?" Because I was inviting her. I said, okay, our next event is going to be here and here. And she's like, well, you're not making money. I'm like, No, like it's not about the money.
Not the money, right?
The community needs to like know that we're close, how to serve better to our community, how to give back. It's me giving back to my community, to my fellow agents. And so I think it just comes from my church background.
Yeah, I'm Catholic too as well. Did you go to Catholic school or?
I didn't. I'm
I went to public school too,
we can afford it. There was 9 of us.
Well, I was going to say, you know,
Yeah.
I did not go to Catholic school. I went to public school, but my daughter actually went to Catholic school.
Oh.
So
I
she went
wanted
all
my
the way
kids
through.
to go to Catholic, but
Yeah.
it
So
didn't work out
I
that
mean,
way.
I just see you have such a servant heart. It seems like all your business comes from referrals. That's what we're all about. I want our viewers to know that you have such a kind heart. And if you're looking in the Fort Worth, Dallas area, all around,
Yeah.
to call you and contact you. And is there anything else you want to add today?
No, I just want to say thank you. I know that our time together is valuable, and I think that's kind of where my value comes from, us knowing each other and connecting.
Yes, and I think being connected is that the viewers, like, this is going to sit online forever, so people can look at it and they can see how great of a person you are and how you work in your city, what's really exciting about your city, because sometimes people don't realize, you know, that, you know, it's really, really hot, or, you know, that's a challenge, or whatever the challenges are, or what's really good about Dallas that people like. So I love that, you know, we can share this to our viewers, to people out in the world. And, you know, just if, you know, this is building a community of people, real estate agents around the world. And I appreciate you spending your time with me today. And I really do appreciate it. And thank you so much. And you have a great day.
You as well. Thank you for your time. Thank you.